the more trillions we spend, the bigger bases Al-Qaeda gets, and our government funds them. Boy, that makes sense. It actually does. President Barack Obama made a renewed push today for cybersecurity legislation, asking the new Congress to revive an initiative stalled over the past few years. The new proposal would allow increased sharing of information on cyber threats from the private sector with protection from liability. That means spying illegally. The measure also would criminalize the sale of stolen financial data. And it's already illegal, folks. It's called wire fraud. And would require companies to notify consumers about data breaches. Obama, speaking at the White House meeting congressional leaders, and recent events have highlighted the need for tougher legislation. Quote, with the Sony attack that took place, which is now admitted to be an inside job, I'm quoting Obama. This is insane. With the Sony attack that took place, with the Twitter account that was hacked by Islamist jihadist sympathizers yesterday, it just goes to show how much work we need to do, both public and private sector, to strengthen our cybersecurity. So there you go. That's what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. And it's just so predictable that right as all this legislation is being reintroduced, all hell breaks loose. I want to go to Shane, and I want to go to Shirley and Terry and Michael and Joseph and others. The toll-free number to join us is 800-259-9231. Kurt Haskell will join us for about 20 minutes to give us his view on the terror attacks. He, day one, thought it was a false flag of some type. Now it turns out they were trained with the underwear bomber. I mean, this is just insane. He was run by a globalist handler. So we're going to be talking about that, getting into the economy and a lot more. But you heard Ron Paul earlier breaking it down. You might want to comment on what the former congressman had to say as well. Before we go to Shane and others, you can get 20 memberships for basically $2 and change a month. $2.50 a month will get you a membership at prisonplanet.tv to see all of my films, the nightly news, special live reports, other events, ebooks. And it's our platform that's harder for the system to censor. Sometimes we put out a viral video on YouTube or something and they just shut it down. Well, they can't do that as easily on prisonplanet.tv. The nightly news, special reports, movies, rants, ebooks, the Alex Jones Show, commercial-free, the video podcast, prisonplanet.tv. Prisonplanet.tv takes a minute to sign up. It's like buying movie tickets. And then you create a username and passcode that you can share. You have the same username and passcode you use for your other stuff. And then give it to friends and family, and they can go in and log in with the username. I guess that's what they really need, is the username, to log in and in fact, that's all you need. To log in, and they can use your membership. That is 12 cents a person per month. The special ends at the end of this month, and it goes back to $54.95, not $29.95. That comes up to $2.50 a month. Or get a trial $5.95 monthly and share that with friends and family. Big way to reach out to folks. Let's say you listen in Austin or Kansas City or Oklahoma City or Chicago, going right in the middle of the country, or Southern California or upstate New York or Rochester, or all the places we're on the radio, over 180 affiliates. But your friends and family live in an area without an affiliate. Send them the free podcast link at Infowars.com, the free video link every day of the radio show. Infowars.com/show. Post it to Facebook, Twitter, just as part of your sign-on, part of your profile. Help reach out to others. That's how we're doing this. Get a prisonplanet.tv membership and give it to friends and family. And then you're also helping fund and pay for our bandwidth and infrastructure. Try out some of the great Nascent Iodine X2 that nobody else has got, proprietary, that goes in and strips out the toxic halogens that the system dumps in the water and the bread and the rest of the food chain. It's not just enough to strip it out, it blocks it, folks, with the good halogen, true iodine. This is the true iodine that turns purple or blue on paper, not red or black. That's bound iodine. Doesn't have the same effect. This is true, deep earth, pure iodine, not out of the ocean. And look, without iodine, you'll die. So any iodine is better than no iodine, but this is really special. Infowarslife.com or 888-253-3139 to get your X2, Survival Shield, your methylcobalamin Secret 12 proprietary B12 that's so much absorbable. The 48% off, you can get the Super Male or Super Female Vitality, your choice, Oxy Powder, and the Secret 12 for 48% off. That special will end Thursday. We're going to let it run through Wednesday into Thursday, and it's going to end as I said. And your purchase is, again, what funds this operation. PrisonPlanet.tv, InfoWarsLife.com, or 888-253-3139. You'll find the Lung Cleanse, the Silver Bullet Colloidal Silver, the DNA Force, all the best products we could develop with Dr. Group and others at InfoWarsLife.com. The AccuPower, great for the eyes, the most powerful eye formula out there that we could formulate. Fluoride Shield, the chelator, it's all there, a lot of specials running. While supplies last, we're doing a test of Ancient Defense, a new product. The high-quality organic coffee, InfoWarsLife.com. And separately, InfoWarsHealth.com is the powerful longevity line, Beyond Tangy Tangerine, OsteoFX, Pollen Burst, and over 400 products that are just over-the-top good. Organic Beyond Tangy Tangerine 2.0. Your purchase at InfoWarsHealth.com, you can get discounts by signing up to be a distributor or sign up for free shipping at InfoWarsHealth.com to get those longevity products discounted. A lot of informational videos as well. InfoWarsHealth.com or InfoWarsTeam.com for the great longevity products. There's a new customer line. If you've got any questions or want to sign up to get discounts to be a distributor, 888-789-9277, 888-789-9277, or customer service 888-636-9277. InfoWarsHealth.com for the complete longevity line, discounted, the lowest prices you'll find anywhere. Okay, enough plugging. That's how we fund the op with the high-quality products, and appreciate your patronage out there, your support. It is certainly a blessing, and God bless you, and I want to thank you all. Shane in North Carolina, thanks for holding. You're on the air.
Hey, yeah, I definitely mainly called about the Paris incident, but I'll kick it off with a couple of comments. Looking forward to hearing Kurt Haskell. I think you mentioned about him calling from Detroit. I believe he's an expat now, and he's actually relocated to Central America somewhere. Well,
I hadn't paid attention to that, but I saw him on video Skype earlier when they were testing. I'll ask him that when he comes on.
Yeah, and he's doing a little bit of radio now, actually, so I think that's pretty cool. He's you know, this whole thing that's happened to him made him pretty active.
Yeah, he looked like he lost some weight when I saw him on Skype before Ron Paul came on, and they just corrected me. He is now in Costa Rica most of the time, so he is boy voyage the United States.
Yeah, climbing tropical fruit trees will help you peel off a few pounds. As far as Rand Paul, which isn't the main reason I called, I don't know. I'm still on the fence if I'm even going to vote this time around, because Rand Paul, I feel like, is becoming more of a what I call T-O-con these days. He just seems to not really reflect his father whatsoever. I mean,
he has made some more hawkish statements and separated himself a bit from his dad in a purely political attempt to win the presidency, but I know he's a libertarian, pro-gun, pro-sovereignty, and a trillion times better than Hillary Clinton. So that's where I stand on that. But yeah, he's made some disturbing comments. So has Nigel Farage, the leader of UKIP, and that's being done purely to play politics. I think it's a mistake, but he's doing it.
It's better than Jabba Bush, but as far as the Paris thing, I had a couple of quick little comments, and one was that the video footage that appeared to be, kind of fake or whatever, with the cop being missed by the gun, supposedly that was taken with a cell phone camera, and I think that's kind of odd, because if I was witnessing something like that, I don't think grabbing my phone to shoot video would be my first priority. I think it would probably be maybe making a call to get some backup, because clearly the cops in the area are all being shot. So I thought that was a little sketchy. But what I was curious about is this. Now, this may or may not be the case with this Paris thing, but you know how after Sandy Hook, it's like every other person seems to think everything's a total hoax, and I know that's not what you think. But what I'm curious about is, do you think that there's a new level of sophistication with a lot of these false flags where they plant a couple of pieces of, flimsy evidence that get everybody talking and steer them in the wrong direction. So, like, to make
yeah, when you're trying to, I mean, decipher cloak and dagger, dirty tricks, it's pretty hard to do. It's just that when you learn that they were funded by Western funding, then you learn that it was the same Amarillo-Laki connection underwear bomber. Then those are big red flags that they were patsy provocateurs. The classic MO has been followed. And then, yeah, it kind of becomes a red herring, you know, to say the whole thing was staged. Because they have staged events before. But then you learn the school had been closed and reopened, and you got video of the kids going in circles in and out of the building, and they don't call the rescue choppers for 2 hours, and then they tear the building down and seal it, and they get caught using blue screens, and